Hi, my name is Kyle Savage and I'm doing Biology AS level, and our exam's in, I think, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so lots of revision. So today I'm going to be looking at balanced diets, and this is in the topic of diet and food production. And it starts off with a balanced diet. This is easy. Balanced diet supplies all the essential nutrients, but you knew that already. But to go through the nutrients and what functions they do: carbohydrates provide energy. Fats act as an energy store. They provide insulation. They make up cell membranes and protect organs. Proteins are needed for growth and repair of tissues and to make enzymes. Vitamins, different vitamins have different functions. Like vitamin D is needed for calcium absorption. Vitamin K is needed to be able to for your blood to clot. Mineral salts. Different mineral salts have different functions. Iron is needed for hemoglobin in the blood. Calcium is needed for bone formation. There's also fibre, which aids movement of food through the gut. And water is used in chemical reactions, obviously. We need a constant supply of this water to replace it that we lose throughout the day. But not getting enough of the right nutrients causes malnutrition. And malnutrition isn't just being severely underweight or underweight or anything, or not getting enough. Malnutrition also means if you have too much of the nutrients. So having an unbalanced diet is getting too little of a nutrient, and that can lead to all sorts of deficiency issues. Getting too little iron causes anemia. Getting too much carbohydrates or fats can lead to obesity. And not being able to absorb the nutrients from digestion into your bloodstream properly. And that's not good. Like celiac, that reduces absorption of nutrients from the small intestine, which causes deficiency on this too. Overnutrition and lack of exercise leads to obesity. And that's a really common dietary condition, sadly. And that's caused by eating too much food. And obesity is defined as being 20% or more over the recommended body weight. And too much sugars or fatty foods cause it, and too little exercise. But they can also be obese due to an underactive thyroid gland, but this isn't that common. And being obese can increase the risk of diabetes, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, CHD, which is coronary heart disease, and even some forms of cancer. So the unhealthy diet can increase the risk of getting coronary heart disease. And CHD is the result of reduced blood flow to the heart. It can lead to chest pains, angina, or heart attacks. And it's caused by atherosclerosis. Yeah, that's the narrowing and hardening of the coronary arteries. Those are the blood vessels that supply the heart. A diet high in saturated fat increases blood cholesterol levels, and this increases the build-up of fatty deposits in the arteries. That's called atheroma, and that causes atherosclerosis. A diet high in salt can cause high blood pressure, hypertension, which can damage the artery walls because it's got really high blood pressure. That also causes atherosclerosis. But your body tries to regulate the blood cholesterol levels using HDLs and LDLs. And so cholesterol is a lipid made in the body, and some is needed for the body to function normally, but not loads. And it needs to be attached. Cholesterol needs to be attached to a protein to be moved around. So the body forms lipoproteins, which are substances composed of both a protein and a lipid. And there are two types of these lipoproteins. There are HDLs, which are high density lipoproteins, and they're mostly proteins. And they transport cholesterol from body tissues to the liver, where it's recycled or excreted. And their function is to reduce blood cholesterol when the levels are too high. So, high density lipoproteins. Then low density lipoproteins, LDLs, are mainly lipids. They transport cholesterol from the liver to the blood, where it circulates until needed by cells. and their function is to increase blood cholesterol when the level is too low. But a diet high in saturated fat raises LDL levels, which means that loads more cholesterol is transported in the blood, and that increases the risk of CHD, because if there's more cholesterol, there'll be build-up of more fatty deposits, ECT. But a diet high in polyunsaturated fat, HDL, that means that in polyunsaturated fats raises the HDL level. That's good, because more cholesterol is transported from the blood to the liver. That means it decreases total blood cholesterol and decreases the risk of CHD. Yay! So that was a little bit on balanced diet, and good luck with your test.